Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Iron Spider from Figuarts. This is based on the Endgame version. Now, the previous version was the Infinity War, which they got it wrong. That doesn't look right, because it doesn't have the metallic look to it. It was all dull looking, and the colors were off, but this time around they fixed it, so it looks much better. I don't know if that did that I'm not sure whether they did that on purpose or what, but this is the correct one that we should have gotten. Alright, and here's Spider-Man outside the packaging with all the accessories. First we have the claws. This time around they are much stiffer, so it's not loosey-goosey like the previous version. And then we got a bunch of webbings right here, but it's white on white, so it's kind of hard to see, but there they are. And then there's the mask head with the instant kill eyes on right now, and then a bunch of hands. This is kind of cool. Two hands together holding the web, swinging. That's nice. And then here are the other eyes. And then here's the Spider-Man again. So let's get a close look at him. So here we have the Peter Parker head sculpt. It does look like Tom Holland, but a little cartoony looking Tom Holland. But still, I mean, it's a pretty nice head sculpt. I think if you're able to paint a nice head sculpt, paint nice eyes and facial expression and all that stuff, if you're a good painter, then you should be able to turn this into a really good looking head sculpt here. But here's the rest of them, and all these lines are raised, so that's nice. And I love these articulation joints. These are the swivel ones that I really like. There's no more ball joint there, so yeah, these are much nicer. I like these much better, especially for Spider-Man. And there's the back of him. And this panel back here is removable to attach the arms, the tentacles, I guess. Oh, one more accessory, the gauntlet. This is the one that comes with Spider-Man, and the fingers are pre-posed, but there is a ball joint down to the knuckle section. So you can see it does move, but just not a whole lot of movement. So you can kind of recreate the snapping finger pose. I mean, you could do it like that. Just kind of getting ready to snap your finger. And one thing that I didn't know when I first pre-ordered this guy is that this can be attached to someone's arm. Yeah, there's a peg hole in here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. There's a socket joint back there, and who's supposed to wear this glove? And you guessed it, it is Hulk. It fits in perfectly. There's a socket joint right there. It fits Hulk perfectly. So if you have Hulk, I suggest you try it out. And I'm not sure whether this will fit other Hulk from SHF, but I know it fits this one perfectly. So yeah, there we go, nice. Too bad the stones are kind of dark though. They're almost, because there's no light up effect, but they could just painted these a little brighter. I know they use clear plastic for these pieces, but they could have just painted these to make them a little brighter, because right now they all look like black stones, especially these three. And this one looks like a brown. I know this is supposed to be yellow. It looks kind of yellow, but everything's just so dark. Alright, so as far as articulation for the Spider-Man, it's really, really good. It has quite a lot of range of motion here. So head can look way up. Look at that. Look at how far up you can look. It looks straight at you. So if you're posing him falling down or looking up, doing the nice landing pose, he's very capable of doing that, which I'll show later. And then base of the neck, there's another ball joint. Shoulders, same thing, ball hinge joints, like all SHFs. And then, does he have a butterfly joint? Yes, he does. Look at that. Nice looking butterfly joint. Swings all the way out. And then double jointed elbows. Get you about that much. And then ball hinge wrists. As for the chest, good range. Look at that. Could do quite a bit. And then the abdominal section. So you can do a ab crunch about that much. But be careful, because the paint, you don't want to scrape the paint off of these things here. And then against these really nice hips. Swings legs all the way up. And then there is a swivel joint right here for the thigh. I wish they would change this to a ball joint like Iron Man. That would have been fantastic. Knees can bend like that. And then ball hinge ankles and toes articulation. And there you go, a landing pose. Really nice looking landing pose. Fantastic looking figure. And yeah, a lot of range of motion. So let me rotate him a little bit so you guys can see the pose he's in right now. A fantastic looking landing pose here. Alright, so back here, you can see there's a little groove right there, and then with the tool that they provided, you just need to slide that in here and then pry it upward, and this whole back panel will lift, and you could switch it with the tentacles. Alright, and here I attached the tentacles onto Spider-Man, and there you go. This is how it looks. And the tentacle, again, the joints are super tight, which is nice. Well, not like super tight, but it is tighter than last time, so I'm very happy about that, because previously they were so loose that I didn't even want to mess with them. They just didn't look good at all, and these were much better, which I'm happy about. So yeah, let me give you guys a closer look at Spider-Man once more. Look at the paint job, really nice. I don't see any bleeding whatsoever. Really good looking suit, and yeah, paint job quite nice. I just say you gotta be super careful with it, because you don't want to paint rubbing off of this one, and yeah, I think it will look kind of bad if some of the paint start flaking off. I'm not sure whether this will flake off or what, because it is metallic paint, so it might flake off if you're not careful. So be super careful with this one. I know I will. And if you want to switch out the eyepieces, all you have to do is pop the head off, and that's what it looks like inside. And then once you have it open, once you have that piece removed, you can see there are two black dots in there. Those are the peg system. You just need to use that tool, which is this piece again, the one I used to pry it open the back panel of Spider-Man. You need to use that tool and then poke those two black dots outward, and they're a peg system. You just need to pop those in for Spider-Man for these eyepieces. And as you can see, these are all peg system on the back here, straight down. So all you have to do is pop a pair of those eyes out and then switch them over. But I like the instant kill, so I am most likely just gonna leave it with the instant kill look. Alright, then here's a comparison. I couldn't keep telling you guys how bad the previous version is without showing you guys. I wouldn't be much of a reviewer if I don't. So there it is. On the left, you see it's the Infinity War version. You can see the color is very dull. I think if they put a gloss on it, it might look a little bit better. But on the right here is the Endgame version, and you can tell they use metallic paint on that. I don't think a gloss will be able to fix that, but here's what it looks like with the, yeah, it does have that metallic sheen to it, which this one doesn't. Okay, it's night and day. It's like a totally different version. but they're supposed to be the same, so yeah. And Spider-Man stands about 5 point, let me see, was this 550? 5.5, about 5.5 inches in height. So yeah, it's a shorter character. Let's do the other comparison. And here are the two different head sculpts of Spider-Man. Now, the one on the left is a third-party head sculpt, so it is a lot nicer. And the one on the right, of course, is SHF. And the one from SHF look a lot younger, actually. Alright, now I have 3 Tom Holland Spider-Man here. And the one on the right, the tallest one, is from Mesco. And that one also has a Tom Holland head sculpt. Let's take a look at that one. This one looks alright, actually. Head sculpt is nice. The worst one is the SHF, definitely. The best one is this one, third party one. And yeah, the Mesco one is okay. I think they did a little better paint job. I think he might look a lot nicer. But so far, I think this one's good too. This one has a fabric outfit, so all the joints are covered up. Well, most of the joints are covered up, so I like that a lot. Back to these two. Well, back to this one, actually. So there you have it. There's Iron Spider from SHF. I do like it. I do like the suit a lot. Now, that is the correct colors. So yeah, there you go. It's gonna set you back, I believe, $90 or so, somewhere around there. But I mean, I think it's okay for what it is. Yeah, so there you go. There's Spider-Man from SHF. Thanks for watching.